What's up everyone? Dave here with Concrete, and today we're going to talk about what is crawl space encapsulation. This is 3 minutes of why with your foundation guy. Okay, so today we're going to talk about what is crawl space encapsulation. We're going to set our timer at 3 minutes, and I'm going to try to give you all the answers and keep it under the time. So what is crawl space encapsulation? I got a few notes here because there is a few big words on here. So crawl space encapsulation is a sealing technique that involves lining the foundation walls and or the floor with overlapping sheets of a polyurethane plastic. So now that you kind of know what crawl space encapsulation is, let's get into why would someone want to encapsulate their crawl space and or their basement. There are several areas why you may want to or need to encapsulate your crawl space. Several of those could be musty odors, might be mold growth. Mold might be growing on your floor and or your walls down in your crawl space. You might have a pest or a rodent issue. Another one could be radon gas. Radon gas is an issue here in the Midwest, and by encapsulating a basement, we can control that radon gas. And or maybe your heating and cooling bills. That's actually the biggest one that we see in our industry, is that by encapsulating a basement, you can save a lot of money on your heating and your cooling bills. So now that you know why you would encapsulate a crawl space or a basement, let's talk about how we do it. First, we inspect it. We come out, we take a look at it, and then we see if the home is a good candidate for crawl space encapsulation. The next thing we would do is, if we do go ahead and you have decided, the homeowner, that you want your crawl space encapsulated, is we would remove all of the old dirt spoils, maybe the old rotten wet insulation. We'd maybe put in new foil type insulation or new spray foam insulation around the basement to help with the heating and the cooling. You might need a drainage system installed. We would actually come in and we'd work in the crawl space, and we have put in a lot of drain tile systems and run them to a sump pit, and then we can pump the water out when the water does get in. So now that you have some ideas on how does crawl space encapsulation work, let's talk about some of the main benefits. One of the first main benefits is a mold-free home. A lot of people that just have a dirt and or maybe even just a floor poured but no encapsulation in their crawl space, there could potentially be a lot of mold down there. Another thing is, we talked about the radon gas. You might be leaching radon gas through your crawl space that's just getting up into your home. The other one that we addressed is a lower utility cost. That's a big one that we see. And the last but not least is just fewer insects and pests. A crawl space is kind of a breeding ground for insects and pests, just because it's out of sight, out of mind. You don't go down there. There's a lot of spiders. There can be a lot of mice that can get into the home. And this material will prevent all of that from getting in. They can't get through this material. So what a lot of people don't realize is, when we can come in and encapsulate a basement, that is now usable space for them. So I hope that answered your questions on crawl space encapsulation. And again, this was Dave with Concrete, and that was 3 minutes of why with your foundation guy. And don't forget, if you found this video educational or you liked it, make sure to click subscribe and or follow us on Facebook.